Good afternoon all. Am I audible? Those who are live in the session, please mention whether the audio video is clear. Let me just check. Those who are live in the session. Okay, I think it is audible. So welcome all of you. Welcome to this special series that we are starting from today. It's a series for the upcoming UPSC exam especially, and for other exams also. This will be useful as a practice session. I know that there will be students who are preparing for other exams. Those students also, as a practice session, this lecture will be useful, but I will be discussing UPSC CSAT 2022 questions in this session. So let us start the session. Yeah, audio video is clear, and mention all the doubts in the chat. Whenever you want, you can use the chat option and post your doubt in the chat. So good afternoon one and everyone, and please try to invite your friends. Let more people join this session. This session is for all UPSC aspirants and other exam aspirants who want to get extra practice. And for the new people, my name is Christy Varghese. I'm an author, aptitude trainer, and one of the top educators in Unacademy, and more details of mine is given here. And if you want to be part of my resources or my Telegram group, WhatsApp group, Telegram channel, etc., this is how to be part of it. Christy's Classes is the name of the Telegram channel, and the WhatsApp group you can be part of by texting to this number. You will get an automated reply where you will get all the other resources I provide also. And these are the books I have written for general aptitude and the upcoming books on Vedic mathematics. And this is currently the bestseller book available in Amazon and Flipkart. This is actually for CSIR NET exam, but other books are also under preparation. Okay, so let us start. First of all the best, all the CSAT aspirants or UPSC CSE aspirants preparing for the upcoming week exam. All the best. So this is conducted as a final revision for all of you, so that before your exam you get a brush up of CSAT, because CSAT, even if it is qualifying in nature, it is very important nowadays, because the number of easy questions is not that much high in the last 2-3 years. That is why I am analyzing the last 2-3 years question papers first. Today we will be discussing the last 2022 question papers in detail. And 2022 quantitative aptitude, logical reasoning, mental ability, these two sections together, 53 questions were there, roughly 53 questions were there, and every question 2.5 mark each. So 132.5 maximum marks, maximum possible marks you can get from these two. Aptitude and reasoning section itself was 132, and the qualifying cutoff is just 66. That is exactly half of it. That means if you do half the question right without any negative mark from these two sections itself, you can clear the exam. But without any negative mark, that is not that easy. Secondly, getting half the questions, yes, there were enough questions. I will be first showing you those questions that were doable in 2022, so that you get an idea how to choose an easy question or which type of questions are easy. After that, if time allows, I will discuss those difficult questions also, because in the final revision I will suggest you to target those easy medium level questions which will give you marks easily. So yes, Aniket, that will be taken, and today 6 PM there is a session, Aniket. You can check in the APFC exam also. Now let me check, Aniket. I will plan, if possible, sessions on those exams also. If possible, send me the last year question paper or something of that APFC exam. To be frank, I haven't seen those questions before, so if I can see those questions, if I get time, I will try to plan some special classes on them. Okay, so 2022, this was the trend, and as you all know, the trend is not fixed. It is not like every time fixed number of questions is asked from aptitude and reasoning. It varies, and this is the trend in the last 10 years almost. This is the trend. Just a minute. Please wait. Okay, so this was the number of questions asked in quantitative aptitude reasoning and comprehension section. Yeah, today I'm not discussing comprehension, I'm only discussing aptitude and reasoning. So aptitude and reasoning, the number of questions varies. Normally aptitude questions are little more than the reasoning questions, but reasoning is the area that is easier comparatively easier for non-math background students. So even if number of questions are less, you can score good marks from reasoning section. If your math background is less, comparatively this section you need to focus more, in my opinion. But definitely you cannot skip quantitative aptitude, because that is a section from which maximum questions are asked. And these are the chapters in quantitative aptitude, as I have discussed earlier also. And as I always told, you should be focusing on the right approach. That is very important. How to do a question faster demands right approach. There are at least 15 shortcut approaches. I have taken detailed lectures on that. In this channel itself, you can see this series, General Aptitude Shortcut Technique series. 3 sessions I have already taken. You can check out that link. Those of you missed that session. Yeah, I will recommend, if you haven't gone through that, please go through that session. You will get more ideas on how to do General Aptitude questions faster, that is quantitative aptitude and reasoning sections faster. These are the 10 major methods, and these are the total 15 methods by which many questions can be done with more than one method. So these are the 15 methods. You should be flexible with the methods, that is very important. Okay, so let us start. Without any more intro, let's start. So as I told, first I will be starting with those questions which are easy to do, easy medium level questions. This is the first question. I will give you time, maybe 30 seconds to 1 minute. More than that I cannot give, because we have to cover 30 to 40 questions today. So all of you try this question very fast. As a practice also, please make use of this session as a practice session also. And once again, those people who join late, try to invite your friends. Let more people be part of this free initiative. Any answers? Gautam got an answer. Okay, so I'll start explaining. Kaushiki got an answer. So listen very carefully. 2 statements followed by 4 conclusions. So this is a syllogism problem. Syllogism problem, this first 2 sentences are like in almost all questions you can see that sentence. So to save time, maybe once you understood that this is what the sentence is trying to say, no need to read the full passage, because this is a common passage normally given in every syllogism problem. If it is not given also, it is, you are supposed to assume so. What assume so? You have to assume the statements to be true even if they seem to be variants from the commonly known facts. That means in reality, if it is not correct also, like in reality all teachers are not engineers, all engineers are not scientists, but you have to assume so. That is a syllogism idea, or that is a syllogism question. That is how you need to analyze it. Okay, so that is clear. 1 second. Okay. So statement 1. So in syllogism problem, these are the basic things. I am just revising those people who have already attended my previous sessions also, just to revise. All x are y, how to represent x inside y, all x are y. That means all cats are dogs means cat set should be inside the dog set. No x or y means no cat or dog means cat and dog should have no intersection at all. And some x or y, this is how to represent some x or y. Some x or y have different other alternatives, but this is one way of representing it. In basic minimal overlapping diagram, this is how you can represent it. Basic minimal overlapping diagram is very important in syllogism. First, draw basic minimal overlapping diagram and see whether you can solve the question by basic minimal overlapping diagram. Some questions you cannot solve with basic minimal overlapping diagram. There you have to draw multiple diagrams. I will show you examples of that. In 2022, there were 3 questions asked from the same section, that is syllogism section. So there you can see different variations possible. So some x or y, this is one way of representing it. No x or y means these x are not, sorry, some x are not y is represented like this. These x are not y. These x are not y. Yeah, these x are y, but these x are not y. Okay, basically this much things are enough to do this question. Now let us draw the minimal overlapping diagram. Minimal overlapping diagram means some doctors are teachers. That means minimum doctors and teachers should have an intersection. Now, it can be all doctors, teachers also. Some doctors, teachers means all doctors being teachers is also a possibility. It is not excluding that possibility, but minimum there should be an intersection between doctors and teachers. All teachers are engineers. How all teachers are engineers can be represented? Teacher set should be inside the engineer set. Teacher set should be inside the engineer set. And all engineers are scientists. All engineers are scientists means engineer set should be inside the scientist set. So we have represented all these three. So conclusion 1, some scientists are doctors. Can you say that some scientists are doctors? So this is one Venn diagram possible. From this, let us analyze. Some scientists are doctors. Is it correct? Yes, this is a scientist set. As some doctors are teachers, as all teachers are scientists, clearly some scientists are doctors. So conclusion 1 is totally correct. All of you clear? Please respond. All of you. Is it clear or not? Now conclusion 2, all engineers are doctors. Can you say all engineers are doctors? All engineers are doctors, not necessary. Look at these, look at these engineers. These are engineers, but they are not inside the doctor set. Yeah, you should be able to identify Venn diagram properly after drawing it. So all engineers are doctors are wrong. Some engineers are doctors is okay. All engineers are doctors are wrong. Yeah, some engineers are doctors is the next sentence. Yeah, at least that all teachers are engineers. Now the teacher doctors at least are engineers. Teacher doctors at least are engineers, because all teachers are engineers, that's why. Or from the Venn diagram it is clear now. There is an intersection between engineers and doctors with this Venn diagram. So definitely this is also true. So first and third conclusions are true. So option C is the correct answer. Gautam Kaushiki already got it right. Very good. So yeah, good afternoon all of you, Pooja, Pushpendra and all of you. So next question, syllogism, 3 questions were asked in that 2022 paper. Try it, 30 seconds only I can give. All of you try it fast. Just to read the question. I know 30 seconds is not enough. In exam time I will say 2 minutes you can take, 1.5 to 2 minutes you can take for these questions. But even after 1 minute analysis you are not understanding the question or not getting the point of the question, it is better to skip it and move to the next question and maybe revisit the question later. Because some people, the problem is they don't analyze how much time they are wasting for each question. Without any idea about how much time they are spending, they just continue spending time. Even if they understand that they are not getting an answer, they just continue doing it. Don't do it. This is one last minute tip I can give you. Have a proper idea about how much time you are spending for each question. So the last minute mock test and all, if you are taking, there you can get an idea. Like each question you have to see the timer, how much time you are taking. That will give you a proper idea. So try this fast. Again, the first paragraph is same as the previous question, first paragraph. That is a common sentence or common passage given for syllogisms. Sometimes it is not given, still you have to assume that is the case. Midun got an answer. Let's see. So statement 1, all pens are books. How you can represent that? All pens are books. One way you can represent is pen is inside book. Yeah, that is the only way you can represent. No chair is a pen. No chair is a pen means chair and pen will not have intersection. So minimal overlapping diagram is this. But in some questions minimal overlapping diagram is not enough. Minimal overlapping diagram is not enough. I'll tell you why it is not enough. For example, conclusion 1 you check. All chairs are books. That is not correct. So, because chairs and books, chair is not inside book set. I told you all chairs, all x or y means x should be inside the y circle. And some chairs are pen. That is not true in this case. Because no chair is a pen is mentioned. So some chair is a pen is not possible at all. That two are okay. But all books are chairs when you tell. All books are chairs. Yeah, all books are chairs also we can discard it, because no chair is a pen means at least the pen books will not be chairs. All pens are books now. At least the pen books will not be chairs. So all books are chairs can also be eliminated. But no chair is a book. That is where one more Venn diagram you need to draw. Negation statements. Negation statement with respect to minimal overlapping diagram concluding will be difficult. So there drawing other possibilities are also needed. Like no chair is a book means chair and books don't have an intersection. But is it necessary from the two statements? No. Two statements only says that chair and pen should not have an intersection. Chair and book may or may not have an intersection. That is this way. The second Venn diagram please check. This way also the Venn diagram can be possible. Are you all understanding why this Venn diagram is also correct? Yeah, chair totally inside book is also a possibility. But this Venn diagram itself is enough to say conclusion 4 is not always true. These kinds of sentences, what we need to find is correct means that is correct all cases. That is why this is not correct. Conclusion 4 is not correct. So we can say conclusion 1 and 2 and 3 only are correct. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 are not correct. That means none of the conclusion follows is the correct answer. Midun, Pushpendra, Kaushiki, Sijo got option D. That is the correct answer. All of you clear? Please respond. How option D is the answer? If there is any doubt, please ask. Then one more question was there in 2022 paper from Syllogism. Why I am taking those topics from which more questions are asked? Because we are just having like a guess. Maybe this time also if they ask more questions from these section, you can get easy marks. Because this is a section, if you get the idea how to solve, definitely you can score marks easily. So, and last time enough questions were asked from this area. So please try this. 1 minute maximum to try. All of you try. I'll come in a minute. Very good. Albin, Pushpendra already got an answer. Let's see which is correct. So Some cats are almiras, some almiras are chairs, all chairs are tables. How you can draw the Venn diagram? Minimal overlapping diagram first we will start. If a negation statement, you have to be careful while using minimal overlapping diagram. But first we will draw minimal overlapping diagram and see. Some cats are almiras. So cats and almiras should have an intersection. Some x or y, this is an easy way to represent, I told you. So cats and almiras are having an intersection. Some almiras are chairs. Sorry, some cats are almiras. So the first sentence is representing this intersection. Some cats are almiras. So cats and almira circle can be drawn like this. Some almiras are chairs. Almiras and chairs can be drawn like this. Now you may ask, but how we know about cat and chair whether they have an intersection? Yeah, they can or they cannot have, or they may or may not have an intersection. But in minimal overlapping diagram, you can assume they don't have an intersection. Because where the sentence minimal overlapping diagram means what? Minimum how much overlapping can be possible? Minimum no overlapping can also be possible between cats and chairs. So that is what I have drawn here. And all chairs are table. Then chair set should be inside the table set. Chair set should be inside the table set. So this is the minimal overlapping diagram. From this, what conclusion you can follow? Certainly means always, not in sometimes. Always some almiras are tables. Always some almiras are tables. Can you say? Tables and almiras. Yes. In minimal overlapping diagram it is correct. So in all, certainly it will be correct. Because whatever you try, chair and almiras have intersection. And chair is inside table. So definitely chair and almiras also, sorry, table and almiras also have intersection. Or we can say in words that at least the chair tables will be almiras. So some tables will be almiras or some almiras will be tables. Are you all understanding? Why conclusion 1 is correct? Why conclusion 1 is correct? Now conclusion 2. Some cats may not be chairs. Yeah, cats and chair intersection is not necessary at all. Some cats may not be chairs. No cats may be chairs or are okay. Some cats may not be chair means at least one cat should not be chairs. Yeah, so all cat not chair is also possible. So at least one is already satisfied. At least one means one or more. So definitely some cats may not be chairs is totally possible. So conclusion 2 is also correct. May not be is used. Should not be, if the word is should not be, these are some tips I am telling before exam. If you say should not be, then conclusion 2 is not correct. Should not be means not in any possibility. May not be is a flexible term. Yeah, extreme words and flexible words you should understand. Extreme words are certainly, always, should be, must be, etc. Not only in quant and reasoning, in comprehension also this extreme words and non-extreme words you should understand. Yeah, I hope those who are preparing for UPSC exam, your comprehension preparation is also complete. Due to lack of time, I am not taking sessions for comprehension now. But do let me know if you want comprehension also some sessions. This time I don't think I will be able to get time, but you can mention, yeah, those who are watching this live or recording, your suggestions, your opinions, what you feel or what you want in the upcoming sessions, you can mention in the chat, mention in the comments. That will be helpful for me to give more quality content. Okay, so anyway, if the word was must be or should be, conclusion 2 is not correct. But here may not be or must not, may not, sorry, must not, should not, then it was not correct, but may not, that is why this is correct. So conclusion 1 and 2 both are correct, so option C is the correct answer. Some of you got option C, that is totally correct answer. All clear na? So these were the 3 questions asked from the syllogism problems. Now let's go to the ranking and ordering problem. 2 questions were asked from ranking and ordering also. Ranking and ordering's extension, ordering's extension is seating arrangement also. From there also 2 questions were asked. So try this. 30 seconds to 1 minute maximum. 1 second. You're clear? Hello. Yes. Okay, so let's continue. Any answers? Sijo got D option. Okay, you have to be very careful in these kinds of questions, because here they didn't mention what order we need to take. There are many orders that you can take here. 3 persons ABC are standing in a queue, not necessarily in the same order. That is the most important part. Not necessarily in the same order. That means it can be ABC, it can be ACB, it can be BAC, it can be BCA, permutation combination. If you use 6 arrangement, at least 6 arrangement are possible exactly. Are you all understanding? If this is front, this is back. But from the upcoming sentences, you can reduce few of these cases. There are 4% between A and B. So A is front, B is back. We don't know that. So there are 6 possibility. From that, yeah, due to lack of time, I am directly going to the correct possibility. This is the correct possibility for minimum number of persons in the queue. Other cases also you will get the number, but minimum number we need to find now. But now you may be asking how to understand that. That you have to trial and error, but after a point of time you will be able to understand what to do. I'll show you how. If there are 11% between ahead of C and 13% behind A na. So 13% behind A, 11% ahead of C. That means this 11 and 13 people, if some of them are common, you can reduce the number of people na. How you can make some of them common? You can place A before C from left to right, so that behind A are the people behind C also, or ahead of C some of them are those people itself. Are you understanding this point? All of you? Now I will show you how does that make sense. There are 4% between A and B. 4 people I will place here between A and B. 7% between B and C. 7%. There also, if you place A in between, you can reduce the number. That is how we understood that BAC. BAC is the model we need, because then you can reduce the number easily. This 4 people itself can be included between B and C itself. B and C 7 people now. This 4 people are the people between B and C also, B and A also. That way you can reduce the number. So 4 people and A, that is 5 people. So 2 more people are enough now. 2 more people are enough between A and C. All of you are clear? B and A 4 people, A and C 2 people. So B and C definitely 7 people are already satisfied. 4 people, 2 people and A. Question say between B and C there should be 7 people. Between A and B 4 people, that is also satisfied. Now there are 11% ahead of C. Ahead of C means already 7 people between B and C, and B 8th person. 11 people means 3 more people should be before B na. 3 more people should be before B. So that 3 plus 4 7 plus 2 9 plus B and A 11 people before C, ahead of C is satisfied. And 13 behind A. Now 13 behind A also, 2 plus 1 C. 2 plus C is, sorry, C is 1 person and 2 people, 3 people. So 13 people means 10 more people are enough. 10 more people are enough. And that is the final arrangement. Now how many people are there? Count it please. 3 plus 4 plus 2 plus 10. These all are non-overlapping number na. They are not like common people. So that is why you can add them. 3 plus 4 7, 7 plus 2 9, 9 plus 10 19. 19 plus B, A and C. 19 plus 3 22. Question is asking minimum number. That is why we need to do this way. All of you clear? Please respond. So ranking and ordering problem, yeah, ranking and ordering problem, when you try according to the question, see whether your answer is correct, because minimum number case and all, sometimes you may get an answer and that answer will be there in the answer option most probably, because they know what all way you can think, what all way you can go wrong. So be careful. The keywords like minimum, at least, at most, maximum, on those questions you should be careful. Ranking ordering, not only ranking ordering, in other chapters also, because it's an optimization situation. You have to optimize it. Yeah, especially for UPSC aspirants, that kind of questions will be there, because optimization is something that you have to do in the future after being a civil servant also. Being a collector in a district, you have to do a lot of optimization on a day-to-day basis actually. So definitely that is why these kinds of optimization question will be there in your question paper. So, and as you have already know, I guess, last 2-3 years this data sufficiency problems are asked many in number. I think 2022 about 4 to 5 questions of data sufficiency was asked. I will not consider data sufficiency as a separate chapter. It is actually questions from different chapter asked in the form of data sufficiency. So let's see this question, make a try. This is connected with ordering itself. Okay Sijo, now clear, now very good. So try this, 30 seconds to 1 minute to try. Once again I'm telling 30 seconds 1 minute, you can take more than that in your exam hall, but now I have lack of time, because if I give you 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes for every question, I have to give 1 hour only for you to try. That much time we don't have, otherwise the session will also be very lengthy, and for those people who watch the recording it will be also boring. That's why 30 seconds to 1 minute, please read the question at least, so that you will understand what I'm going to explain. Kaushiki, Sijo got an answer. Let's see whether it is right. So listen very carefully. 6 lectures A, B, C, D, E, F, each of 1 hour duration, are scheduled between 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. That means 8 to 9, 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 11 to 12, 12 to 1, 1 to 2. Consider the question and 2 statements given below. Which lecture is in the 3rd period? So question is asking which lecture is in the 3rd period. To answer that, which all statements are necessary, that is what the question is asking. Statement 1, lecture F is preceded by A and followed by C. That means that is a group of 3 lectures. F is preceded means before, followed by means after. So AFC is a group, that is what that sentence is saying. But that group can be anywhere now. You have 6 lectures group. These AFC can be here, here, here. It can be any of those possibilities are okay. It can be here or here or here or here. There are different possibility. Audio video clear na? Let me just check. Rajkumar, refresh and check. I have checked it. Audio is working well. So that is why statement 1 is not enough to answer the question which lecture is in the third period. Some of you may say AFC, can't we fix it here and C is the third lecture? You can, but that is not the only possibility na. We need to get the answer in all cases. That is why statement 1 is not sufficient to answer. Data sufficiency problem, this is how to check whether the given statement is enough to answer the question. Then we can say that statement alone is sufficient to answer the question. So statement 1 alone is not sufficient to answer the question. That means option A is anyway eliminated. There is no lecture after B. That only say B should be in the end. B should be the last lecture. That means 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock timing. 8 am to 2 pm if you consider. That means B is in the last position. Now 5 positions are remaining now. Now AFC, these are called variable ranks in ranking ordering chapter. Variable rank. Thus if you attended my classes on ranking and ordering, I have discussed about variable rank and static rank. So here it is variable rank. AFC here is possible still. Even if first statement and second statement is there, you cannot confirm what is the third period. Second statement is so lesser data to determine the third lecture. It only gives you what is the last lecture. And if you use statement 1 and statement 2 together also, because there are two options saying so. Statement 1 and 2 are sufficient to answer, statement 1 and 2 are not sufficient to answer. Still B can be here, but still AFC can move now. AFC still can move 4 different ways, sorry, 3 different ways at least. In all the 3 ways, the center person, third lecture will be different lectures. So you cannot uniquely determine the third lecture. That means statement 1 and 2 are not sufficient to answer the question. What I just discussed briefly I have mentioned here. Those of you want, you can pause the video and check these notes later. All of you clear now? Please respond. So that is a statement related or data sufficiency problem from the chapter ranking and ordering itself. In my opinion, consider this as ranking ordering question. Don't consider data sufficiency as a different chapter. That is not a right way. Data sufficiency is one way of asking question. And last 2-3 years, they are asking data sufficiency model questions more. This is a data sufficiency problem from blood relation chapter. So try this. Blood relation chapter, I will give a quick revision today. How to do blood relation chapter problems using relationship tree. First try the question. After that I will explain that basic theory very fast. Yeah, the playlist where I have given the explanations of shortcut methods, I have tagged in the chat. You can copy it and refer it later where I have explained. the major shortcut methods in which you can do general aptitude questions. That is mainly how to do elimination better in 5 different ways, and how to use examples to answer questions faster, and also how to use visuals to answer questions faster. These 3 aspects are mainly discussed there, and planning to give few more sessions on those series if you people are interested. So do let me know after watching that session. Okay, so some of you got D option, some of you got C option. Sijo, Pushpendra, Akshita, Smita got an answer. Yeah, few more people got an answer. Very good. Kaushiki also. So let's discuss Alvin also. So this question, yeah, you can draw relationship tree or family tree. Just a quick revision on how to draw relationship tree or family tree. So in blood relation chapter, family tree is very important. Join various people in the family by single lines. Single line means it can be horizontal or vertical. Like horizontal line indicates siblings. This convention you can follow. Vertical line denotes difference in generation. Mainly parent to child or child to parent is connected by vertical line. And double line or double headed line can be used for married couple. You can use your own symbols, but this is a convenient convention I will suggest. And male and female by 2 different symbols, circle for female and square for male. That is what I am considering. So this symbols if you use, you can represent easily. Show male and female by 2 different symbols. That is what I have already shown. And horizontal line, vertical line to differentiate. Indicate a married couple by a notation different from single line. The notation is what I have just shown, double line. So connect only the child to the parent. Yeah, what does that mean? I will explain. And sometimes the words can be confusing. Like Suresh given does not mean Suresh is male. Suresh can be female also. That way you have to assume. Sana can be male also, female also. Don't assume the gender from the name, from the word. That is what I am trying to say. Anyway, consider the question and 2 statements given below. So how to draw relationship tree? I'll show you. So statement 1, question is Z brother of X or not? Is Z brother of X? Z brother of X means Z should be a male person. Nah? X can be male or female, but Z should be a male person. Z can be brother of a female person also, male person also, but Z should be male person, then only you can call him brother. So statement 1, X is a brother of Y and Y is a brother of Z. X is a brother of Y and Y is a brother of Z. X brother of Y means this is how to represent in family tree. X brother of Y means X is a male person. Siblings or brother or sister can be denoted by a single horizontal line. So X brother of Y is represented. Y is brother of Z. Y brother means Y is also male. So Y square. But Z gender is not known to us now. We don't know the gender of Z as of now. So statement 1 is not enough to know whether Z is brother or sister of X. Z can be brother also, Z can be sister also of X. Because sibling relation is transitive. X sibling of Y, Y sibling of Z means X will be sibling of Z also. So, but we don't know whether Z is male sibling or female sibling of X. Male sibling means brother. Female sibling means sister. Now statement 2. So statement 1 alone anyway is not enough. Statement 2 also let us combine. Statement 2 is saying X, Y and Z are siblings. That doesn't guarantee the gender of the siblings. Nah? And that is not a new information also. Statement 1, from statement 1 we already got this information that X, Y, Z are siblings. So statement 2 also is not enough to finish, because the problem is this. Look at this. Yeah, think that they are identical siblings. X, Y, Z are these 3 people. Z being male is a possibility, but can you guarantee that? No. Yeah, I think I am hiding the people. So anyway, Z being female also is a possibility, na? Because Z gender we don't know. So Z can be male or female. That means Z can be brother of X also, Z can be sister of X also. If Z is brother of X, answer for this question is yes, na? If Z is sister of X, answer for this is no, na? So the answer is not consistent. That is why we cannot answer this question. That's a meaning. Are you all understanding? So option D. What is option D? Both statement 1 and 2 are not sufficient. Even if you use both the statements, you cannot conclude that Z is a brother or sister of X. All of you clear? Okay, then series is a very simple chapter. You can score good marks from. Last exam also 2 questions were there. 2 question means 5 marks. So one of the question was easy, one of the question was little tricky, but still doable because the question length is small. So to read the question it won't take much time. Anyway, try this 30 seconds I will give you. Okay, so some of you got an answer, is it? Okay, so due to lack of time I will start explaining. What is the value of X in the sequence 20, 10, 10, 15, 30, 75X? So these numbers, this is how they are connected. 20 into 0.5 is 10. 10 into 1 is 10. 10 into 1.5 is 15. 15 into 2 is 30. And 30 into 2.5 is 75. That is 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, etc. Or we can say half, 1, 1 and half, 2, 2 and half, 3, etc. Now you may say how we will identify it easily. You can identify it easily by taking ratios. These are some of the major sequences: arithmetic, geometric, arithmetic, geometric, geometric, arithmetic, prime, power, reversal, two-tier, twin, etc. In this geometric sequence means there is a common ratio between the terms. 2 into 3 is 6, 6 into 3 is 12, 18, 18 into 3 is 54 and so on. There is a common ratio, but here there is no common ratio, there is a pattern in the ratio. That means taking ratio you can identify the pattern. Here the ratio was 6 by 2, 3, 18 by 6, 3, 54 by 18, 3, 162 by 54, 3. Same way, taking ratio you can identify it if you are not able to identify it directly looking at it. How you can take ratio? 10 by 20 you divide and see, you will see 1 by 2. Now this pair, second number by first number, then third number by second number, 10 by 10 is 1. Now 15 by 10 is 3 by 2 or 1 and half. Half, 1, 1 and half. Likewise, you can find the ratio and identify it. What I am trying to say is taking ratio is an important step when you see a series. I am not saying all questions you can derive by ratio. Some questions difference is the main thing. Identifying the difference you can find what pattern it is. Arithmetic sequence, two-tier sequence, etc. are like that. Some questions you have to reverse the digits to see a pattern. I'm not summarizing all the techniques in series because that takes a lot of time. But anyway, taking ratio you can identify here, and by that logic we can say 75 into 3. X by 75 is 3, or 75 into 3 is our answer, 225. All of you clear? Please respond. Is this clear or not? Yeah, some of you got option D. That is correct. Okay, then let's go to the next question. Another question from the section itself. Make a try, 30 seconds. Series also, 2 questions were directly asked from number series last time. Sorry, it was not audible. Sorry. Okay, what I told is this is actually squares and cubes added. Squares and cubes are very important. They are called power sequence. Sometimes they will directly give you powers like 4 square, 5 square, 6 square, 7 square, 8 square, etc. is this. Or cubes. 4 cube, 5 cube, 6 cube, 7 cube, etc. But here it's a combination of cubes and squares. Squares and cubes are both together added. How together added? First number is 1 square plus 1 cube. First number is 1 square plus 1 cube. Second number is 2 square plus 2 cube. Third number is 3 square plus 3 cube. Isn't it? 3 square 9 plus 27 is 36 now. 4 square 16 plus 64 is 80, right? And each of the pair is satisfying that. 5 square plus 5 cube. 25 plus 125 is 150. By that logic, this many numbers are satisfying it. So the next number also should satisfy it. How? 6 square plus 6 cube should be x, because x is the sixth number. 6 square 36, 6 cube 216. Adding it up 252 you will be getting. So it is actually tweaking a power sequence. They have asked the question. 2 powers added, not directly they have asked. So what I was trying to say is, this is not, I am not saying this was an easy question, especially if you are seeing this kind of a question first time in exam hall. This is little time consuming or tricky to realize what is the logic here. At that time you always have a choice to skip the question. Don't waste your time on a question even if you are not getting any idea of the question. So you have to, once you realize 30 seconds to 1 minute you read and you are not getting any idea of the question, skip it and move on to the next question. If time allows, you can come back to the question. Now it is audible, right, all of you? Yeah, it was muted, but now I hope it is audible to all of you. So 252 is the correct answer. Series formation or number series, 2 questions were asked. And this is a question from letter series, or we can say coding decoding. Coding decoding is the more correct chapter, we can say. So try this. Yes, Kaushiki, there is another way of doing it also. By finding the difference of difference. Nah? That is also correct. Due to lack of time, I am not trying that way, but you can do that way also. Okay, so I'll start explaining. If the order of the letters of the English alphabet is reversed, each letter represents the letter whose position it occupies, then which one of the following represents Lucknow? So in English alphabet, ABCD up to Z is written like this. If it is reversed, means ABCD is reversed like this. Like A is the first, like Z is the first letter, Y is the second letter, X is the third letter. Likewise, if you are writing in that order, Lucknow can be written what way? That means you can, if possible, if you are not directly knowing the equivalent letter, either you can write A, B, C, D, E, F, G up to M, then write reverse N to Z, 13 letters. And then you can say correspondingly A corresponding Z, B corresponding Y, C corresponding X, and so on. And by that logic, what you will be getting, L corresponding will be O. So instead of L, you can write O. Now use elimination also to save time. Yeah, all options are starting with O, so you cannot eliminate any of it by that. U corresponding will be F. So second letter should be F. Second letter being F are there in 2 options only. So 2 options are eliminated because there it is G. Third letter is X in both, so that is not going to give you a different answer. Final letter you check, E and D are different. That way you can save a little more time. W is actually equivalent to D. So D should be the last letter. and in remaining option D being in the last letter is only option D. So option D is the answer. All of you clear? Or another technique, another mathematical technique is to find the corresponding letter in reverse order. You can do 27 minus that letter. Like A's equivalent is 27 minus A. 27 minus A is 26. That is 26th letter is Z now. Are you understanding? That way also you can do. Like here, for example, L. Yeah, you should know what is the corresponding letter for L. For that you can use EJOT code also. EJOT code is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. The letter positions to remember EJOT code. I will discuss about EJOT code in another question where EJOT code is coming. So anyway, JKL, L is 12th letter. So 12 you can subtract from 27. 27 minus 12, 15th letter O will be equivalent of L. That way also you can do. Due to lack of time, I am not explaining more about it, but you can go through it and try that way also. So this is a seating arrangement problem, and this was also asked in a data sufficiency form. Make a try, all of you. And those of you who are watching this session live or recorded, if you feel that this session is useful, do hit the like button. That way this lecture can be shared to more people by YouTube also. That is how the YouTube algorithm works. If YouTube know that this session is liked by more people, YouTube assume that the session is useful for more people. So if you feel the session is useful, do hit the like button. That is a gentle gesture you can do to make this video reach to more people, and if possible, try to share it to maximum people. Share it to your WhatsApp or Telegram groups which is relevant, like where students want to learn these things. You can share it to them also, especially before UPSC exam. If any students want to refresh or revise these topics, share it to them. This is a free initiative for everyone who are preparing for UPSC, and who are not preparing for UPSC as a practice session also. This can be used because these are good questions for many competitive exams. Okay, due to lack of time, I will start explaining. 6 persons A, B, C, D, E, F are sitting equidistant from each other around a circular table. So, the seating arrangement, one technique you can use is 6 people means you can draw a hexagon, and on the vertices of the hexagon you can place the people. If it is 8 people, you can draw an octagon, 8-sided polygon, and the vertices of that octagon you can place the people. Why it is easier than drawing a circle and drawing? Because, for example, in the case of 8 people, drawing, or in the case of 6 people itself, drawing 6 equally separated positions are little difficult. You can get confused. If you are not drawing it equally, you can get confused which is opposite, which is adjacent, or which is opposite and which is not opposite. But if it is hexagon, it can be more clear. So that is just a trick. If you want, you can do it. If you are otherwise itself clear about how to equally separate them, you can do that way, no problem. Anyway, and seating arrangement problem, there can be multiple scenarios that can happen. In syllogism problem also, blood relation problem also, that is true, but here also you should be careful about it. So what is the question? Who is sitting immediate left of A? And one thing, another problem some people have is they are confused which one to be taken left, because we don't know whether it is facing towards the table. Some questions mention it. Here facing the center of the table is mentioned, and there also if it is mentioned or not mentioned, you can take a random order. This can be confusing to some people, how you can take a random order, because accordingly only you are analyzing the full question. Now what I am trying to say is, I normally take left as anti-clockwise and right as clockwise. If you want, you do that way. If you don't want, you do the other way, left as clockwise and right as anti-clockwise. But throughout the question, you should be consistent in the convention. Like for one sentence you take left as anti-clockwise, next sentence you take left as clockwise, definitely you will get a wrong answer or you will not end up at an answer. But if you choose a random convention, whether left is clockwise or anti-clockwise, any one of it you choose, and throughout the question if you are consistent in that, you will not make a mistake, because your answers are also analyzed in the same convention way. That's why. So I am taking this convention, left as anti-clockwise and right as clockwise. Now B is sitting opposite to C. Opposite means diametrically opposite. Please understand that also. In a circle, diametrically opposite. Like here one person, diametrically opposite here. Other positions are not opposite. And when you draw a hexagon, like B is sitting opposite to C means B here, C here. This is opposite. This is diametrically opposite. The longest distance. C and D is sitting opposite to E. So D opposite to E means it can be like this or the other way around also. Okay, let's fix this and see whether this is correct. From this, can you say who is sitting left to the A? No. A can be anywhere. From the first statement alone, you cannot say anything. Now statement 2, F is sitting on the immediate left of B. Left of B means F I am placing here. So A should be here now. Now can you say who is the immediate left of A? You may feel that you can say who is the immediate left of A, because here D is the immediate left of A. But D and D can change now. If E is here and D is here, still the statement holds. B here, C here, still the statement holds. Now who is the left of A? E is the left of A. Look at this. This reality also it is correct now. Yeah, I think I am hiding the screen. Just a minute. For the time's sake, we'll change the camera position. So this and this, both realities are possible. In one reality, left of A is E, and in another reality, left of A is D. That is why statement 1 and 2 both are not enough. E or D can be on the left of A. E or D. That is why statement 1 and 2 are not sufficient. Option D is the correct answer. Is it clear? And I hope all of you got an idea how to do data sufficiency problem. Whichever is the chapter, the idea of the chapter is needed, but data sufficiency, normally how to analyze it, what is the meaning of that kind of questions, I hope all of you are clear. Then this is a direction sense test or distance and direction problem. Simple question it is. Try it all of you. Okay, like to have an informal chat with all of you, especially those who are preparing for the next week UPSC exams. Others who are watching this as recording, you can also comment, but those people who are preparing for UPSC exam next week, what is your state of preparation? Especially my students who I have taught, Trivandrum students, please respond. What is your state of preparation? Are you confident in CSAT? What are the challenges you face? How I can be a help in the upcoming days, that also you can tell, because I don't know how much time you have. That is why I am not telling, like I will conduct daily sessions. I am not telling because that won't be that helpful, because if I conduct daily sessions till your exam, like last minute you may have to revise your other papers also, right? That's why you tell me how I can be helpful. I have conducted this session especially for you people, because many of you have personally texted me to conduct a revision series, and through the institute, as it is the final week, we cannot conduct a new session. That is why I thought, like, through my channel I will try to help you out. That is why I am conducting this session. So please let me know. Yeah, you can comment in Malayalam also. I am keeping the language English, because in this channel I teach in English, Hindi or English only, but you can comment in Malayalam if you want. Okay, going good. Okay, this question also I will explain by the meantime. You can comment also on the meantime. So could you conduct a session on comprehension? Okay, comprehension, Sijo, the main problem is comprehension. I don't know in one session what to complete, because One session is so short a session, so short a time period to complete comprehension or to give you at least a basic idea. Also, one session may not be enough. Otherwise, I have to like fit in everything in one session. For that, I have to take a lot of effort. I don't know whether I will have time for that in this session, but I will try, Sijo. I'm not promising, but I will try actually. Time management is the issue while writing exam. Understood. Entertainment, films. I don't know the name. Okay. Anyway, time management. What I will suggest you is, I hope you have done many mock tests. If possible, take one or two more mock tests if possible. Mock tests are the best way to understand how much time you are taking for each question. In mock test also, whether it is a mock test that you are attending from your institute or you are taking a personal mock test from some question papers from internet or previous year questions, try to check how much time you are taking for each question. That can be helpful actually. Yeah, just remind me, watch is not allowed in the exam hall, na? That is the case, right? Normally watch is not allowed, right? I don't know whether last year rules were changed or not. As my understanding, watch is not allowed, right? If watch is not allowed, definitely before exam you should have an idea how much time you are taking for each question. So that sense you should have. For that, definitely in mock test after each question, if you can check the time that you are taking, that will be a good practice. If you do that, your brain after a point of time will remind you whether you are taking more time or less time. Okay, so anyway, this question I will explain. Distance and direction. Direction is very important. North, south, east, west, and some question northeast, northwest, southeast, southwest also. In this question, left and right also is there. Let us check. It is left and right mainly, more than north and south. So let us see. Two friends X and Y starts running and they run for 50 meters in the same direction. So X and Y start from the same point, run 50 meters in the same direction. So take any arbitrary direction, right or left, 50 meter. So they reach X and Y reach here. From there they are changing their direction. How? You can take both of them separately. They run 50 meters in the same direction, and after reaching a point, X turns right. X turns right means this way. Yeah, what I will suggest you is, if you are confused about how to know what is the direction, for example, I will show with this mouse part. Just a minute. If I am drawing 50 meter here, it is reaching here. Now I am confused whether this is right or this is left. What you can do is, you can turn the paper towards your side and then see which is your right, which is your left. Some people turn the head and see. That is not a good way, because that is training to your head also, and that is not a proper way also. Instead, you turn the paper. That is easier than turning your head. So X right means you turn the paper towards your face, and which is your right, take that as the right and then draw it. So 60 meter towards right. And which is your left, take that as left. So Y is moving 40 meter to the left is mentioned. And then X is moving 50 meter towards which direction? 50 meter to the left. Again, downward it is. So if you are confused, you turn the paper upside down and see. Then what is the left or what is the right? Or another way we can say is, if it is downward, right and left will interchange. Upward left is downward right, upward right is downward left. So left means this is left, because upward right is this. So this is up, downward left. And Y is moving what direction? Right, and turns 50 meter. So both are moving 50 meter means both will be in the same vertical line, we can say. Both will be in the same vertical line. How far are they? Now X and Y are currently here. 40 and 60. So 40 plus 60, 100 meter is the difference. All of you clear now how 100 meter? So this is also a distance reduction problem where statement data sufficiency is asked. Try this as homework. We will go to quant problems also. Reasoning problems is what I have shown you. Reasoning problems. These questions were comparatively easy, except one or two of them. All of them were there in the last year's question paper. So that itself gave you almost 15 questions. 15 questions means 15 into 2.5 marks you are getting. That is 37.5 marks you have already got. 67 is the marks that you need to qualify, right? So that is why I told you, reasoning alone you cannot clear the exam. Quant also you need, in my opinion, comprehension also you should get some marks at least. That is an ideal way. Don't depend on one section. One section is not enough to clear anyway. Two section also I will suggest, don't depend only on two sections. At least some marks from the third section also is needed. But which is the major two sections that you are more confident, that you can choose, that's okay. But from the remaining one section also you should get some marks. So this is a quant aptitude problem, quantitative aptitude problem. Try this, 30 seconds. Okay, due to lack of time, I will start explaining. When 70% of a number x, so you can represent the situation in these kinds of question. 70% of x is added to another number y. Another number y means write it y. The sum becomes 165% of y. Now actually here if you are logically thinking, you can save time. Y means 100% of y na. 70% of x, that means 100% of y plus something is 165% of y. That means that something should be 65% of y na. If you are understanding that way, that is very good. If you are not understanding that way, you take 100y to the other side or 100% of y to the other side, and you will get 70x equal to 65y. X by y is equal to 13 by 14 you will get. This is the mathematical way, but the logical way is when you look at the equation itself, you will understand this. Because y means 100% of y. 100% of y plus 65% of y is 165% of y now. So that 65% of y is this 70% of x. That means 65% of y and 70% of x are equal. Cancelling the common terms, you will get x by y equal to 13 by 14. Now, or even writing 13 by 14 also can be avoided and directly say x or y which is larger. Anyway, that's up to you. Due to lack of time, I am just continuing. Next sentence, when 60% of x is added to another number z. So 60% of x added to z means 60% of x plus z. You will get 165% of z. Similar to previous sentence, we can say this is 100% of z plus something is 165% of x. So the 60% of x is 65% of z, we can say. And simplifying, you will get x by z is equal to 13 by 12. Look at this, x13, y is 14, x13, y is 12. So x13 is both situations. So if x is 13, y is 14 and z is 12. So what did you understand? y14 is greater than x13 and is greater than z12. So that is why y greater than x greater than z is the answer. All of you clear? Yeah, please respond. Those who are watching me live, please respond. And this was again a finding the x question which was doable, where you can use mental math steps also to save time. So two candidates x and y contested in an election. 80% of voters cast their vote and there was no invalid vote. So every vote was valid. There was no nota. None of the above option also was not there. That means every vote was scored by either x, like x and y have scored all the votes together. There is no other category or no other person or no other thing that got any other votes other than x and y. From that information, we can say x got 56% of votes cast and 1 by 1440. As x and y only got votes, we can say votes got by x is equal to votes got by y plus 1440. Why? Because 1 by 1440 means X got 1440 more watts than the losing person Y. That means Y plus 1440 is X watts. All of you got this? That means X got 56% of the watts casted. That means total watts casted 80%. 56% of that X is getting. Means remaining 44% of the watt casted is for Y now. So this you can represent like this. That 56 and 44 difference. X is getting 56% of the watts casted. Watts casted is 80% of total watts. But watts casted if I represent it as V, 56% of V, and this is 44% of, sorry, this is 44% of V. Why 44% of V? Because 100% minus 56, remaining should be for Y, because no other invalid votes or no other candidates are there. So this solving you will get the value of V. 12% of V is equal to 1440. You can use Mendel math. If 12% is 1440, 1% is 1 by 12th of 1440. That is 120. 1% is 120. 100% is 12,000. That is a Mendel math way of doing it. This is a reasoning you can do in your mind. You don't have to write a single step. 12 by 100 into V equal to 1440 is also correct, but there you have to do steps. Here you have to only think. So 100% of V is 12,000, but V is actually 80% of the total votes. Question is asking total number of voters. That means 80% of total voters is equal to 12,000. Simplifying that, you will get 100% of voters, 15,000. Simplification part. That is what I am saying, Kaushiki. The last step I have used now. 80% is needed there. 12,000 is the votes casted. That is not the voters in the voters list. That is 20% less than the voters in the voters list. So you can add 20 more percentage of 12,000. That is a logical way of doing it. If you want to avoid this mathematical step. This is 80% of 12,000. To that you have to add 20% of 12,000. 20% of 12,000 is what? 3,000. 10% is, sorry, there is a mistake. You cannot do that way, because 80% is 12,000. 80% of X, where X is the total value. 1 second. Yeah, 20% you cannot take that way. 80% of X equal to 12,000 itself you have to write. Simplifying that, you will get the answer. 0, 0 cancels. 8 and 12 cancels. 3, this is 2, and this is 5. 3,000 into 5, 15,000 you will get. That is the total number of voters in the voters list. I hope all of you understood it. And this was an easy question in the shortcut method series. The link is tagged in the chat. In that also we have discussed this question. Taking example is the best way to do this question. The increase in the price of a certain item. So the price of the certain item I am assuming 100. Increase in the price of that is 25%, means 25% of 100. Why I am taking 100? Because 100 is the easiest example to do percentage question. Because 100's 25% is 25 itself. So 25 added, it is 125. Then the price was decreased. So this 125 was decreased by 20%. Not 100. 125, 20%. What is 10% of 125? Mendel math you should practice. I have taken sessions in this channel itself on how to calculate percentage mentally. Just search percentage calculation by Christy Varghese. You will find the previous sessions I have taken, because I have taken in multiple times those kinds of session. You can find the playlist easily. So 125, 20%. 125, 10% is 12.5. 20% will be 25. 125 minus 25, 100. And then it is increased by 10% again. 100 is increased by 10%. 100, 10% is 10. So it is 110. No need to use profit loss discount formula or anything. So 100 is the initial price, 110 is the final price. So resultant increase in price is 10 rupee. 10 rupee compared to the initial value 100. So 10 by 100 is 10%. 10 by 100 is 10%. You don't have to write any of these steps. You can do it in your mind. Just to show you the process, I have written those steps. Anyway, this much is enough. 100 becoming 110 is 10%. So 10% is the answer. All of you clear? And this question 30 seconds, please try all of you. Okay, so simple question. If you read the question properly, fundamental principle of counting in permutation combination, fundamental principle of counting is an important idea. In probability chapter also it's important. ABC are three places such that there are three different rods from A to B, like A to B, three different rods like this, 1, 2, 3. And B to C, I will draw B and C here. Three different rods from, sorry, 4 different rods from B to C. B to C there are 4 rods like this. Then how many ways one can travel from A to C using these rods? So here A to B to C, A to C via B, A to C via B. 3 ways to go from A to B, 4 ways to go from A to C. Fundamental principle of counting says if one thing can be done in M ways, another thing in N ways, both the thing together can be done in M into N ways. So 4 into 3, 12 ways are there. That is A to C via B. A to C via B is 12. But there is one more thing mentioned in the question. A to C you can directly go also. Where it is written? Question says that 3 different rods from A to C directly. Like this, 1, 2, 3. That 3 rods also are possible ways to go from A to C. Na? So 12 ways here, 3 ways here, 12 plus 3, 15 ways in total. All of you clear? So that is a, yeah, these are called network related problems, or this is again application of permutation combination itself. And this was another seating arrangement, and using permutation combination the seating arrangement problem can be done. So it's both a quant problem and reasoning problem. Make a try, 30 seconds. Okay, these kinds of question, you should not miss any of the possible combinations. The letters A, B, C, D, E are arranged in such a way that there are exactly 2 letters between A and D. That means 2 letters between A and D means A and D and 2 letters, total 4 letters are there. A and D and the 2 letters in between itself. That 4 letters can be placed in 4 ways now, because like A here, E here, leaving 1 letter before, leaving 1 letter after. That are 2 ways with A and D, where A is before E. Now A and D can be interchanged now. E in place of A and A in place of E. There are also 2 ways. So 2 plus 2, 4 ways are there just to fix A and D itself. Just to fix A and D, there are 4 ways. Now remaining 3 letters also have a choice, right? Have a lot of choices. Remaining letters means B, C, D. B, C, D are 3 letters, 3 different letters to be arranged in 3 different positions. I have discussed earlier also, 3 letters, 3 different position, anagram concept. 3 factorial ways are there. N different letters in n different positions, n factorial ways are there. Because if B or C or D, one of the letters can be fixed here 3 ways, but that letter cannot be taken anymore, so 2 ways, and that 2 letters cannot be taken anymore, so 1 way. So 3 into 2 into 1. This is the reason why 3 factorial is coming. But simply speaking, 3 factorial arrangements for each of these 4 ways. Now fundamental principle of counting, 3 into 2 into 1 is 6. 6 ways to arrange B, C, D, 4 ways to arrange A and D. So these 2 are simultaneously done. So fundamental principle of counting, if you use 4 into 6, total 24 ways are there. Listing all the 24 ways are difficult. That is why we use the fundamental principle of counting technique. All of you clear? If so, let's go to the next question. This was also a permutation combination question. Try this. Fundamental principle of counting is the idea here also. Multiple questions were asked from fundamental principle of counting alone. Okay, due to lack of time, I will start explaining. One non-zero digit, one vowel and one consonant from English alphabet are to be used in the following password, such that each password has to start with a vowel. So V for vowel I will fix. First letter V hona chahiye. First letter should be V and end with a consonant. C for consonant. So last letter should be C. And one digit also should be there, non-zero digit. So D for digit. So D should be B in the middle. This cannot be altered because question clearly says vowel in the left end, consonant in the last position, and it is a 3-letter word, so the remaining digit, non-zero digit, should be in the middle position. Now how many ways this password can be generated? How many vowels are there in English alphabet? 5 vowels, A, E, I, O, U. So 5 ways to fill the vowel position. How many consonants are there in English alphabet? All the remaining letters other than A, E, I, O, U are consonants. So 21 consonants are there, 26 minus 5. Now digits, non-zero digits is mentioned. So 0 to 9 not possible, 1 to 9 only possible. 1 to 9, 9 numbers are there. Now again fundamental principle of counting, because when the vowel is filled, you have to fill the digit also, we have to fill the consonant also simultaneously. So 5 into 9 into 21, when you multiply it, 945 you will get. All of you clear? 5 into 9 into 21, why we are doing? The same type one more question was asked, where a small numbers idea was also needed. I'll show you that question first. Yeah, this one. This was a similar question. So permutation combination also was a chapter from which a lot of questions were asked this time. Numbers chapter also a lot of questions was asked in this 2022 paper. Tomorrow also class will be there, that is the plan. tomorrow or day after tomorrow. 6 p.m. will be the timing of the session. 6 p.m. Due to lack of time, I will start explaining how many 3-digit natural number. Just like previous question, here 3-digit. There it was code. Here it is digits. Kaushiki, not topic 2022 paper. Today we discuss now. Tomorrow we will be discussing 2021 paper. Tomorrow or day after tomorrow, I will update you. Follow this page or follow this channel so that you will get updates of all my community tab post also, where you can get the links of other free classes I provide also. And subscribe this channel and do share it to maximum people if you feel that these sessions are useful. 3-digit numbers, number is divisible by 5 means you have to know the test of divisibility also. In numbers chapter we are learning test of divisibility. These flashcards are available in my Telegram channel media section. So last digit should be 0 or 5 for a number should be to be divisible by 5 now. And 0 or 5 means all the digits are odd, so last digit cannot be 0, so last digit can only be 5. That means there is only one way to fill the last position. One way to fill the last position. 5 is the only way. But here you can place any odd number, but without repetition of digits is there. So these keywords are very important. Some question it will be with repetition, some question it will be without repetition. So this is without repetition case. So 5 is filled here. So you cannot use 5 anymore. Other odd numbers are okay. Other odd numbers means 1, 3, 7, 9 is okay. So 4 ways are there here now. One way to fill the last position, that is units place. Tens place can be filled in 4 ways. Odd number only is possible, that is why 4 ways. Now already 2 odd numbers taken, 5 and another odd number. So remaining 3 odd numbers, any of them can be filled here. So fundamental principle of counting, if you use 3 into 4 into 1, 12 ways are there to fill this. All of you clear how 12 ways, 3 into 4 into 1 or 4 into 3 into 1? All clear? So option B is the answer. Coming back to okay, that was also a permutation combination question. This is also compared to permutation combination itself. Try this. Yes, Kaushiki, I'll do that. Even today's question also, almost all of them in CSIR also it is asked, except syllogism was asked in CSIR but less in number. The same question was asked in CSIR exam also. So all of you try this, 30 seconds. Okay, listen very carefully. In a tournament of chess having 150 entrants, a player is eliminated whenever he loses a match. This situation is called knockout tournament. Knockout tournament is a tournament where if a team or if a person, if it is an individual game, singles game, it will be a person, or if it is a group game, if a team is losing a match, that team is out of the tournament. That is called knockout tournament. Here it is individual because it is chess game. Individual also, if a person is losing a game, he is out of the tournament. That means eliminating or knocking out losers is the objective of the tournament, you can say in a way. So how many losers will be there in 150 people? One winner. The final winner is called one winner. There will be second place, third place maybe, but final winner only one person will be there na? One winner, and the all remaining 149 are losers, we can say. Losers means who don't get the title, first prize. All of them are losers. So 149 losers are needed. In one match, one loser is created, na? One player is eliminated, na? Loser means the person who is eliminated. Winner means the person who haven't eliminated, who is not eliminated till the end of tournament. He didn't lose any match. So 149 losers means 149 people to be eliminated. In every match, one person eliminated. So 149 people to eliminate. 149 matches are needed. 149 matches are needed. That is the question, na? Once you get 149 losers, remaining one will be the winner. He don't have anyone else to play with. So 149 is the answer. All of you clear how 149 is the answer? This is a calendar problem which is a little time consuming, especially if you are not familiar with it, it is time consuming. But if you know the technique, it is easy. So I am giving this as a homework. This flashcard summarizes how to do this calendar problem. This is one way of doing it. Another way is using reference date. You know today's date. From today's date, how many odd days have passed by. That is also one way of doing it. So these are the two ways of doing it, and this way I have explained in detail how to do this. Go through this. You can pause the video and check it later also. Monday and answer will be 6th day from Monday. Sorry. Option D will be the answer in this question. Anyway, try this as homework. In exam hall also, if you are not familiar with this concept, it is better to skip this question because it is time consuming. But if you are familiar with this concept, it is doable. This is the concept I have summarized. An example, another example also I have summarized here. Go through it. And this was another calendar or time problem which was easy. Just writing what is there in the question is enough. Unit conversion. How many seconds are there in X weeks, X days, X hours, X minutes and X seconds? How many seconds? So we need to know in minutes, hours, days, how many weeks, how many seconds are there, and all the seconds together is the answer. In 1 minute 60 seconds are there, na? In 1 hour 60 minutes are there. Every minute 60 seconds are there. So 60 into 60, 3600 seconds are there. In 1 day 24 times 3600. You have to multiply it. That is little time consuming, but other than that there is nothing difficult in this. Or you can simplify later by taking a common 3600 and all. Anyway, 86,400 seconds in a day, and in a minute, sorry, in a week, not minute, this is week. In a week there will be 86,400 into 7, because 7 days in a week, na? 1 day 86,400, so 7 days, 7 into 86,400, that is 6,48,000. Now question says X weeks are there, so X into 6,48,000, 6,04,800 X plus 86,400 X plus 3,600 X plus 60 X plus X. Adding all the, you will get 694861 X. Or use options. It should end with 1, you will understand after a point of time, and it should be bigger than 11,000. Once you realize, you can eliminate these two. Ending with one idea, you can eliminate option C also. That way you can do. Otherwise you have to manually add this. All of you clear? This is another clock problem. I have explained this with this picture. Go through it. 316 and 316 4 by 11 is the time when both hour hand and minute hand coincide. And 458 to 459, yeah, here they have used a trick. Instead of mentioning hour hand, they have mentioned second hand in the second option. If you misread it, you may get a wrong answer. Minute hand and second hand coincide or not. Between every minute hand and our second hand coincide. Minute hand and second hand coincide in every minute. This is 1 minute, so definitely they will coincide. And 316, 317, it will coincide because 316 4 by 11. This flashcard summarize it. Due to lack of time, I am going a little faster. Okay, and this is the question from average chapter, which was easier. All of you try it. 30 seconds to try. Okay, we'll go a little more faster. So listen very carefully. The average weight of ABC is 40 kg. What is average? If nothing else is mentioned, average means arithmetic mean. Sum of observation divided by number of observation is average. So that means A plus B plus C by 3 is 40. And B plus D plus C by 3 is 42. But question says that F and B are equal in weight. So instead of B, you can replace F also. Why we need replacement of F? Because ABC is here, DEF is here. We need ABCDEF average. So if you use this and this, you can find average easily. Na? A plus B plus C is 120. B plus D plus C is 126. Instead of B, if you substitute F, this is ABC, this is BDE. Adding it up, you will get ABCDE easily. So A plus B plus C plus D plus E plus F is 246. 246 is what? Sum. What we need average. So 246 divided by 6. Because 6 observations are there, A, B, C, D, E, F. Now 246 by 6, 41. Now I will tell you a shortcut technique for this. The shortcut technique is, look at this. This is 3 observation. This is 3 observation. Instead of B, I have substituted F. So D, E, F, A, B, C. Both observations are equal in weightage, 3, 3 each. So as they are equal in weightage, 40, 42 average will be exact middle of it. For an arithmetic progression, mean and median are equal. That is the property we have used here. So you can directly get 41. That is a shortcut method. If you are not getting it, don't worry, you can do this way. Due to lack of time, I am going to the next question so that we can cover more questions. Those who are not understanding any concept, please ask the doubt in the chat or pause the video or re-watch that part in the video again, so that will give you more clarity. So consider the following statements in respect of a rectangular sheet of length 20 cm and 8 cm. It's a tiling problem from geometry. It is possible to cut the sheet exactly into 4 square sheets. Yeah, it is possible. Look at the shape. Yeah, you should be clear about all the shapes mentioned in the question, whether it is square or triangle or trapezium. This flashcard summarize it. So 20 cm into 8 cm, if this is 20 and this is 8, you can definitely cut it into 4 square sheets. It didn't say identical square sheets, it only says square sheets. You can cut it like this: 1 square sheet, 1 square sheet, 1 square sheet, 1 square sheet. That means I will tell you the dimension of that square sheet so that you get more clarity. This is 8 by 8 square sheet, this is 8 by 8 square sheet, this is 4 by 4 square sheet, this is 4 by 4 square sheet. Yeah, you can logically look into it and do it. No need to calculate it mathematically or anything. All of you are clear about this? That is why statement 1 is totally correct. Statement 1 is totally correct. It is possible to cut the sheet exactly into 4 sheets is totally correct. Now it is possible to cut the sheets into 10 rectangular sheets. There the idea you need is 10 triangular sheets, sorry. A right triangle can be formed from a rectangle. A right triangle can be formed from a rectangle by diagonally cutting it. So 10 triangular sheets to form it, you can first form 5 rectangular sheets like this. Is that possible first of all? Yes. 20 by 8 is rectangle. Rectangle can be subdivided into smaller rectangles like this. And then diagonally cut it. So 5 rectangles will make 10 triangles. So definitely 10 triangular sheets are possible. So second statement is also correct. So both 1 and 2 is the correct statement. Is that clear, all of you? Please mention, all of you, whether this is clear or not. Then let's go to the next distance and direction problem. It's a very good question that some people can make easy mistake. Don't looking at the question properly. Okay, so I'll explain. On one side of a 1.01 kilometer long road, 101 plants are planted at equal distance from each other. What is the total distance between 5 consecutive plants? Here I will explain with simple examples, taking example to understand first. Between 2 plants, how many distances or how many intervals are there? 1 interval only, na? Between 3 plants, it is not 3 intervals, only 2 intervals are there. Between 4 plants, 3 intervals are only there. So between 101 plants, 100 intervals only are there, not 101 intervals. Some people divide by 101, that is wrong. It's a common counting mistake. Like between today and tomorrow only one day is there. You cannot consider today, tomorrow 2 days, so 2 days are there. No. Today, tomorrow means like today, if it is now 5 o'clock, today 5 o'clock till tomorrow 5 o'clock, only one day is there. Same way, between 2 points, only one interval is there. Between 3 points, 2 interval only is there. Between n points, n minus 1 intervals only are there. Is that clear? So 101 plants are planted at equal distances means this equal distance is 1.01 kilometer divided by 100, not 101, because 101 plants means 101 points. 101 points, there is only 100 distances or 100 intervals. 1.01 kilometer means 1010 meter. To convert it into meter to avoid confusion. So when you divide, you will get 10.1 meter is the distance between every consecutive plants. 2 consecutive plants. Now 5 consecutive plants, some people multiply this by 5. That is wrong. 50.5 is also there in the options to confuse you. 5 consecutive plants, as I told earlier, intervals are only 4. Equal distances are only 4. So this 10.1 4 times. 10.1 plus 10.1 plus 10.1 plus 10.1 or 4 times 10.1. 4 times 10.1, 40.4 is the total distance. All of you clear about this? Look at this summary. Those of you have any doubt. If that is clear, yeah, this question you can go through the solution, you will understand. This also you can go through the solution. This question I have explained already in the shortcut method lecture series. That lecture series link is given in the chat. This question also I have explained in that series. Go through it. Due to lack of time, I am skipping it. This I have already discussed. Now this one is a numbers chapter problem, but this is doable if you use the right method. Remainder theorem idea it is. So I will explain. Listen very carefully. What is the smallest number greater than 1000 that when divided by any of the numbers, any one of the numbers 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 leaves a remainder of 3. So when divided by 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 means it is, if you subtract 3, that will be exactly divisible by 6 and 9 and 12 and 15 and 18. That is the meaning now. Now there is a remainder 3. But if you remove that remainder 3, the remaining number should be a multiple of 3. Getting the point? Sorry, multiple of 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. For example, if you say 120 is divided by 6, then 123 is not divided by 6. You will get a remainder 3. So this 3 if you remove from 123, you will get 120, which is divisible by 6. Same way, answer option is the number that we want. Answer option minus 3 should be a multiple of all these numbers 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Now, you just have to check which answer option, when you subtract by 3, will be a multiple of 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. That means check each option by subtracting 3. By subtracting 3, these are the 4 options you are getting. You get a 0 in the end. That 0 is a convenient thing for us to find the multiple. Here 1060 is not divisible by 9. You can find how? Using this test of divisibility. We have discussed about test of divisibility earlier also. Using test of divisibility, for a number to be a multiple of 9, the sum of digits also should be multiple of 9. Here 1 plus 0 plus 6 plus 0 is 1 plus 6, 7. 7 not a multiple of 9, that is why 1060 is also not a multiple of 9. Same problem with 1070. 1 plus 0 plus 7 plus 0 is 8. 8 not a multiple of 9. So it is not divisible by 9. It should be divisible by 9 also. Na? So by checking 9 itself, you can eliminate that. And you can eliminate 1180 also, whose sum is 10, sum of digits. 10 is not a multiple of 9. So it is 1180 is also not a multiple of 9. So as those 3 are not multiple of 9, even if it is divisible by any other number, that is not our problem. It should be divisible by 6 and 9 and 12 and 15 and 18, all of them. That is why those three options can be easily eliminated. Here the elimination technique is easier. More elimination techniques I have discussed in the link I have tagged in the chat. So only option remaining is option C, or if you check that 1080 also, it is divisible by 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. But checking all of them separately is time consuming. That's why I'm saying weeding out wrong options is easier in these kinds of situations. Now this question. This is another question from numbers chapter. Sum of three consecutive integers is equal to their product. How many such possibilities are there? One way of doing this question is you can take x minus 1, x plus 1 as consecutive numbers. Their sum is equal to their product. Equating it, you will get x is equal to plus 2, minus 2 and 0. That means the middle number is plus 2, minus 2 and 0. So the before and after number you can find from that. Otherwise, if this is complicated for you, you have to trial and error and get. Like three consecutive integers, 1, 2, 3 is one integer set we know, whose sum is 1 plus 2 plus 3, whose product is 1 into 2 into 3. Both are 6 now. So that is satisfying. But don't write only 1. 1, 2, 3 if it is correct. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 is also correct now. Because adding minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 you will get minus 6. Multiplying minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 you will get minus 6. So that is equal. And minus 1, 0 plus 1 also. Sum is 0. Product is also 0. 0 into something now. So these three sets satisfy. So only 3 is the correct answer. These are the three sets. I hope all of you understood it. And this is a numbers and permutation combination together question. What is the number of numbers in the form point xy, where x and y are distinct non-zero digits? Distinct non-zero digits means x cannot be 0. So 1 to 9, 9 possibilities are there. Distinct means different. These keywords are very important. So y can be any of the remaining 8 numbers, not 9. 1 to 9, non-zero, that is why 1 to 9. But from 1 to 9, the number you used here cannot be repeated. So 9 into 8, 72 is the answer using fundamental principle of counting. All of you clear? I'm going a little faster. If you have doubt, mention it. And this is a surds and exponents question. This question can be done with the help of answer options very easily. In that series also I have explained that in detail. So briefly I will explain here. That series, those who haven't attended, the 15 shortcut methods, major methods discussion series, the link is tagged in the chat, where I have explained a lot of UPSC CSAT questions also in that series. Which number among us 2 raised to 40, 3 raised to 21, 4 raised to 18, 8 raised to 12 is smallest? So making the base same is the best way to do this. 8 raised to 12 can be written as 2 cube the whole raised to 12, because 8 is 2 cube. And this is a raised to m the whole raised to n, that is a raised to m into n. A raised to m into n, that is 3 into 12, 36. Similarly, 4 raised to 18 can be written as 2 square the whole raised to 18. 2 into 18 is 36. So this is 2 raised to 36, this is 2 raised to 36. This is 2 raised to 40. Smallest is asked. 2 raised to 40 is bigger than 2 raised to 36. Now I will tell you a very simple technique. This is called elimination by related options. These two options are related. These two options are same now. 2 raised to 36. That means if this is correct, this is also correct. But UPSC says only one correct answer can be there for any question. Na? That is why if this is correct, both two options are correct. That itself eliminates these two. Because both of them together cannot be correct. You may think that is it a correct way? Yes. CSAT is saying or UPSC is saying that multiple correct answers are not there. Na? So you can use that property because you reach this by using a mathematical concept. After that only you use that trick. That is why I strongly believe that CSAT want you to do this or UPSC want you to do this. That is why they have given the values like this. Elimination. Options are always part of question. Please understand that way. When you read a question, don't read till question mark. Read all 4 options. Then only you can choose the right method. So 3 raised to 21 is the only option remaining. So 3 raised to 21 is the answer. This one you can try as homework. EJOT code can be helpful here. EJOT code, as I told, multiples of 5 letters to remember so that you can relate other letters to that also. Like U, what is the number position of U in English alphabet? That you can find by looking at TU. T is 20, so U is 21. So EJOT code is helpful that way. And data interpretation, only one question was asked in 2022. Data interpretation, once in a while only they ask questions. and in 1 year a lot of questions were asked. I think that was 2014 or 14, 15 or 16, that years. One of the time they have asked a lot of questions. Last 2-3 years, maximum one question is the frequency I have seen in most of the question papers. So pie chart gives expenditure on 5 different items A, B, C, D, E, A, B, C, D, E in a household. B, C, D, E corresponds to 90, 90, 50, 45, 75 respectively. What is the percentage expenditure of A? So 90, 50, 45, 75, when you add it, what you will be getting? 45 plus 75, 130, 120, 170, 170 plus 90, 260. 260 angle is already covered by all other values other than A. So remaining will be 100 only. This is 100. 100 means what is a percentage of that? 100 out of 360 we can say. 100 out of 360 is 10 out of 36. You need to convert it into percentage. So into 100 you can do, or you can do a comparison. 10 by 36 is 5 by 18. 5 by 18 you can convert and find also. Anyway, options 250 by 9 is the answer. Very fast I told that. If you want more explanation of this, you can check out my previous sessions on these topics. So I think we can stop by this. I hope I have covered a good number of questions which are easy and medium level. About 30 questions I have covered. 30 questions are more than the number of questions that you need to clear the exam, but 30 questions only trying from CSAT is a very risky thing. But what I am saying is, comprehension also together you can try 40 to 50 questions. 50 questions can be a good target. More than that trying also, I don't know whether it is necessary. If your accuracy is good, 50 questions trying is enough. If accuracy is not that good, you may have to try more, but whether you have time that much or not, that is another thing. Anything else if you want to ask? Those of you are attending live, please mention, and do mention what you felt about the session after the class. Those who are attending this live or recorded, do mention, and do share this video to maximum people. Do comment on this video. That all way I can know whether this was useful, and YouTube also will know this is useful or not, so that it can recommend to more people. So UPSC aspirants, I hope I have given you a session to revise fast, and as I told, go through this session also, shortcut techniques. Many of these questions I have explained more elaborately there. So those questions I have explained more elaborately there. Those questions I have briefly discussed here, but check out this series also. You will be able to learn more from this series also. 3 lectures are there. The link is tagged in the chat. Click on the link and you can attend the session. And once again, do hit the like button if you felt the session is useful. And these shortcut methods, please be flexible through that videos. Try to learn them before exam. That will be very helpful. So that's it. I think let's conclude here. It's a 2-hour session. Yeah, in the end I went a little faster because we have to cover those easy or medium level questions at least. But still we covered almost 30 questions. That is good. So these 30 questions, I hope it is clear. 30 questions means if you do 30 questions right, 30 into 2.5, that is 75 marks you got if you are doing all these questions right. So tomorrow or next class, tomorrow or day after tomorrow, I will discuss how to do 2021 questions like this, and your suggestions are welcome. And if you felt the session is useful, do a help by sharing this video to maximum people. So that's it. Thank you all of you. Take care all of you. Have a good day. Today 6 p.m. there's a special class in Unacademy platform. Those of you are interested can attend that also in my group.